Hey guys, what's up? Wayne here from Pulling Parts Garage. Yes, I changed the name because anything you're going to see is going to be more me working at home instead of working at the junkyard anymore. That's an '07 Pontiac Torrent right there that I am working on. It, as you can see right there, there's the passenger side front and rear rotors, and on the table are the brake pads. It's you've seen it on the channel before. I put pads on it in the front and then realized that the driver's side rear, oh wait, you guys are dirty. The passenger side rear brakes are not working, and he needed new rotors all the way around. They were garbage. So it's half done. The passenger side's all done. I didn't want to bore you guys with doing both sides, so we're going to do the driver's side. But real quick, I'm going to give you an update on the garage. Got stuff hanging here. Got the loft extended. It only went to here, so I extended it out another 4 feet. So we got plenty of room up there for car parts or whatever we get put in there. But yeah, the garage is coming along. Got a LED light installed up there, and power, air compressor, some stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing jacked up, and I'll be back to you in a minute. Alright guys, so I'm back. Let's get this apart. Just bought these sockets today actually. 1/2-inch drive sockets. Alright, now let's see if this thing works. Brand new. Hey now. See these lug nuts? I hate these lug nuts. They got these aluminum caps over them. Always getting stuck. I wasn't too happy with this impact gun about an hour ago, half hour ago. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, there we go. It didn't want to take the lug nuts off on the other side. But maybe it was because I hadn't. I don't know, it seems to be working fine now. I hate these fucking lug nuts, man. I'm going to have to cut the caps off of some of these lug nuts for him when I go to put them back on, because these caps are just garbage. I mean, look what happened. See all that? Why you don't use these caps? If you get a car that has these metal caps over their actual lug nuts, change them. You need to change them, because this is what happens. And then people beat sockets on them, and you got to cut the top of the cap off to get it on or off. They're useless. They're absolutely garbage. I'm mad at General Motors for doing this, but I told the customer he's going to get new ones, so I'm actually kind of impressed. This didn't want to take the lug nuts off on the other side, but I had an adapter and a 3/8 socket on it, 3/8 drive socket, so maybe that's what it was. It seems to be working with these impact sockets that I just bought at AutoZone. Shout out to AutoZone. No, AutoZone does not sponsor me, but would be cool. Alright, tire off. Alright. These bolts here are 14 millimeter, and these inside you have to hold or they can spin on you. And that's, see, that one didn't spin. Top one's spinning a little bit. I'm using 11/16 on it, it's what seemed to fit. So we're going to try out the impact gun here. The other side wasn't that tight.
Either the front or the rear was alright?
Well, yeah, everything was okay other than them clips being junk.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, from the shape of those clips, how long do you think it's been since somebody's looked at them?
Alright guys, I had to fix the lug nut. I got another one I got to fix, but I'm going to get these brakes and rotors done first. So, you just shoot these real quick. Some brake clean, wipe them all off. They have an oil on it from the manufacturing process that you got to clean off, see? Front. All right. These are look like C-Tech pads. Something that the customer ordered. They came from Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. Ha! No, I'm not sponsored by Rock Auto. Not by any means. He needed it done and he was on a budget, so I just told him, you know, hey, they're generally half the price of parts stores. These rotors are 75 bucks a pop at the local parts store. Don't get me wrong, local parts stores are cool, you know, but they were like $30 a piece on Rock Auto. He's got $140 in all the brakes and rotors on his car, and you would have had $150 just in front rotors. So I had an issue with these front ones before. They're dual piston. And I had an issue with getting them to go in. You'd push one this side, and then this side would come out. You got to get them both to go in at the same time. So, all right, good deal. These bolts back in here. No, I did not re-grease these clips. There was plenty of grease on them still from before. Gonna have to hold this. Oh, that's over to neighbors. It's tight. This one tighten down. Hey, Mila. Alright, there's that side. I'll get this tire put back on and fix this one lug nut and get it all squared away, and I'll be back. So if you see that little nut right there, that's got to come off there. And normally they're a mother to get off, so impact tool. Wrong way. It's supposed to go. Let me see. Get you guys up here a little better. Alright, it's a little better. Okay. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there to say, oh, there's a better way to do that. Well, then you do it. That was my way of doing it.
Yeah.
That was my way. See, look, them clips are just disintegrating.
Yeah.
Completely gone. Yeah, so for those of you out there who are going to say, oh, well, you should have took it off this way, you should have took it off that way. You do it that way and you tell me how it works for you. I do things my way because it's how it works for me. Well, it compressed. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
And there's still I don't know, there's a lot of life left on these pads that shouldn't be doing it like that.
What do you think? The clips were bad? Is that what you're saying, you think?
And it could be because they weren't sliding back and forth.
Yeah.
Because those things are gone. But I mean, I don't know for sure. We'll find out in a little bit. It's going to need a set of rear shocks eventually. Because I can push up on this lower arm and I shouldn't be able to do that. You can see the shock moving. And they're all wet, so they're leaking. Just for future reference. Excuse me. get new clips. Oh yeah, there's your shoes, right there in the rotor. Guys can see that. There's the e-brake shoes off the e-brake brackets there. He's not putting them back on, but you see that lip right there? Yeah, that's not good. Battery's dying, guys. I'll be back.
That's it. I said we never use the button. I said I don't think.
There we go. Not over tightened. Alright. This is already pushed in. I need this guy. This one here. Brake pads didn't come with these. You had to went to AutoZone again and bought these clips. And they came with these little rubber boots. And they're like $13.99 or something. Sometimes the pads come with them, sometimes they don't. Guess it all depends. But works for me. This is all garbage. Alright, now for these clips, they just clip right on there. You gotta make sure though, you guys can see in there, gotta make sure there's a gap between the clip and the rotor, because if you put it on wrong, it can rub on the rotor and it'll cause a noise, and you don't want that. So. And someone will be bringing it back if you're working on somebody else's vehicle, or you'll be hearing it in your own vehicle, like, what the hell is that? And that'll be what it is. Alright guys, so flat file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to file these grooves right here. Well, that looks like that'll do her. Go put it back on and see what happens. Alright guys, so as you can see, they fit now. That's what it took. It just needed that little bit of filing to get the rust out of there, to get them clips to sit in there right, so the brake pads would go on correctly. Yeah, they're sitting there beautiful now. Alright. Slug this side back, this piece back up here. And this top one, see that bolt right there? It gets in the way of getting on this with the ratchet wrench. So until I get it way in there. This is the side, we don't know if the caliper is working right or not. So, I mean, it went in, but question is it going to come back out and then release back off? I really hope so, because I don't want to have to mess with that bleeder. That bleeder's gone. A lot of people don't put these little bolts right here back in. I did, just because, I don't know, for whatever purpose, but I feel that they should be there. If they were put there from the factory, they should be there when you work on it and put it back together. So, alright. I'm going to go get the customer and have them come out here and apply pressure to these brakes and see if they work or not. I'll be back.